What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? What's going on, YouTubies? I'm just YouTubing this morning. You know, I have a friend of mine, you know, as you know, we are in a fight for freedom in this country. We are in a fight so that we can keep the rights that, you know, a lot of people get upset with me when I mention God and say that you know, a lot of atheists get mad that I mentioned the name God. Well, you know, if you go back to the First Continental Congress and the Second Continental Congress, when the founding of America was established, you had a bunch of men getting together, and what they were talking about is they were talking about natural law and John Locke's theory of divine morality, that we are born with these natural rights. And so every single time I see somebody get arrested when they are using the rights that we're certainly born with. We are certainly born with the ability to speak. We are certainly born with the ability to learn how to read so that we can read and write. We have the ability to do these things. We are born free to pick which religion we are going to be in. We're free to assemble together. So these are like the basic understandings of freedom and liberty. And so for me personally, you know, I hold these truths to be self-evident. You know, all the words match. The problem is we're living in a tyrannical police state, death state, prison state. And so there are freedom fighters like the gentleman I'm doing a fundraiser for today, NNwHSOkJgso, who go out and they film these filthy tyrants who are trying to strip us of our rights. And sometimes we get arrested, we get charged, all these crazy things. So what I want to do right now with you guys, I want to pull up real quick. I'm going to pull up a video here where my friend NNwHSOkJgso was arrested because he was filming cops and holding them accountable. Now, you don't have to agree with everything that I do as an activist or NNwHSOkJgso does as an activist, but the truth is that
get back to work.
How was it said in that movie, A Few Good Men? You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. So there are people like NNwHSOkJgso who we want out there fighting for our freedoms, and we want them to press the envelope. And if they get arrested, then that's part of the product. That's part of what we're doing here. You're going to get arrested. I mean, it's just going to happen. So this is James' arrest video. Let's take a real quick look at it. And then as soon as we watch this, I'm going to bring James on, and then we'll talk to him about it, and we'll do a little fundraiser here. So call a friend right now, if you guys would, please. This is a fundraiser for my friend James, also known as NNwHSOkJgso, and we're gonna raise the money for him because he found a lawyer that will represent him for a very low rate, and the guy's a fighter, so you know he wants to help, but he's got to make a little bit of money. The lawyer does, which is understandable. So I want to show just a little bit of this video from Ninja being arrested, and thank you, I appreciate that. I'm glad that it's a little bit better, but I want you guys to watch this with me and see exactly what we went through, and we're not going to sit through the whole thing.
Call your supervisor and get the car on the road.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is NNwHSOkJgso. Today's video comes to you from Houston, Texas, where the superstar Officer Kaya clearly has the wrong side of the road blocked off while the tow truck is...
Go again? Let's go, bitch! You sit down. I'm standing for our freedom. This is a bad cop. That's a bad cop. Kaya, you can be where...
So just so you guys know, the thing is that NNwHSOkJgso wanted this copper to move his car because he had parked in the middle of the street for a very light fender bender, and there was really no reason to leave his car, but there was hundreds of cars backed up.
Be more professional, bro. Thank you. Get your ass out of here. Come on through, guys. Come on through. Come on through. That's all I wanted, was for the traffic to be free. Look, and now it worked. I'm sorry if I seem like a dick. I'm really a good person. I have kids and shit. But that guy's a bad cop. I've dealt with him in the past. His supervisor even said he's a rookie. I appreciate you guys are the real heroes. Hey, that's why I film the cops and not medical professionals. Because I support y'all guys. Yeah. Free speech is okay. Did you have to ask him if I had permission for free speech? Is that what you did? Yeah, okay. Are you crying to him? Do you want him to enforce your feelings or law? Yeah. Bye-bye, Bubba. I'm sorry. Kaya, I'll shake your hand.
Back off.
I'm shaking your hand.
Back off. Back off. Look.
I'm trying to respectfully say goodbye.
No, just back off.
You got out of the road. That's all I want.
Back off on my seat.
I'm trying to give you a shake.
I'm going to warn you one more
You
time.
see him? You see how inconsiderate? Dude, you're a coward, bro.
Just back off.
Why don't you ask the property owners to ask me to back off? This is private property. Do you own it? You want to play the game of property?
I'm warning you one more time. We're going to be detained.
Well, detain me. And you're going to lose your qualified immunity.
You can film any way you want, but just film over there, not here, okay?
This is private property. You don't own this property.
This is the investigation.
You do not,
right
okay?
now.
And I'm not infringing. I came to give you a handshake and you're acting like a child.
Back off.
I'm going to say it right here.
I'm going to...
All right, so notice at this point of the video, he asked me to back up, and I moved back a good 10 to 15 feet just to record and document what's going on in this situation. But after returning,
Okay, so that was Ninja getting arrested there. News Now Ninja, I got you on screen. How you doing, buddy? What's going on, James? How are things, man? And how you feeling? And how you feeling since your arrest? Tell me a little bit about.
I'm waking up like everybody else. Yeah, the arrest was ridiculous. I feel, I tried to approach this man. I definitely, and does everybody have good audio? It seems like possibly Lawz is lagging. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. I don't know if anybody can hear, but it looks frozen to me. So let me look at the chats, and so I can try to determine. Boom. Okay, so now I know it's going. Okay. So, essentially, this officer, I did redress him quite a bit. We had a previous engagement before this one. And so, not such a good taste in my mouth, so to say, as a terminology to use about this officer, because he was a complete a-hole last time. And so when I saw him this time, what was happening is a vehicle was stuck in the median. It wasn't blocking any traffic. And like Delete Lawz was saying, the officer had blocked off the wrong side of the road to where he was causing a huge traffic jam where it was not needed, and actually causing a traffic hazard on the other side of the street because the tow truck driver was towing that direction. And so he was blocking the wrong side of the road, essentially. Well, I went to go tell him to move his vehicle. After he finally moved his vehicle so he could let up the traffic, for a little bit of background information, know that intersection is not far from my house. So it was affecting me getting home. And essentially just going about my day, without an officer not being able to do his job. And I wasn't out to video officers that day. I just got done bringing my lady out to eat. And I just wanted to get home. Well, as I approached the scene, I realized it was the same officer I had previous issues with. So I started my camera and I was like, oh man, it's the same guy, you know? Well, after he finally moved his vehicle, and here in Texas, they say that a reasonable person would believe that once they turn on their lights and sirens that they're being detained. And so in my opinion, a reasonable person would believe once the lights and sirens are off that the stop has been concluded. So after he disengaged his lights and everything and pulled into a private property, I went to shake his hand and try to leave on a good note. He pushed me back. I went back like 15 feet when he's like, get back. And I was like, dude, I came to shake your hand. You're acting like a child. I mean, you can see in the video, I walk all the way up to him. Yes. But when he says, get back, I go back at least, 10 to 15 feet to just stand and film from a good distance where I can hear and I can see. And that was interfering, I guess, to him. He just didn't want me there anymore, I think is the bottom line. He just didn't want me there anymore. And so, I think Officer Kai is, even as I have a video on my YouTube of his supervisor calling him a rookie. And so he's just making big mistakes. And that's a big issue I think we have with officers these days is poor training and big mistakes that end up costing the people. So
let me ask you a couple of questions, James. So when now I want to walk the people through this exactly what you experienced, because a lot of the people even watching this and people who are on YouTube, they haven't been through we call it taking the ride. Well, taking the ride has a bunch of steps. And so I just want to break down a few of those steps real fast so people truly understand what you went through. So you went from filming a cop on the side of the road, explaining that it's your right to film, that you want to make amends. Hey, look, let's just shake hands and let's stop being so horrible to each other. And then the man grabs you and kidnaps you. So when what's the first thing? Because the camera cuts off and we don't get to see it. He grabs you and makes you turn around and puts the torture cuffs on you?
As soon as he said, because he said, I'm going to detain you. And I was like, well, if you want to detain me, detain me. And then he walked away and went back to the medical guys and was like, I'm going to walk away. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to stand here and film. So while I'm standing there filming, he walked away. Then he gets to the medical guys, turns and looks at me. And I guess he wasn't happy with how that ended. Or however, I don't know what his deal was going through his head. So he was like, all right, that's it. You're under arrest. And so I instantly threw my phone on the ground and I kicked it across the parking lot to my lady. And I told her, I was like, pick up the phone and start filming. And so it was actually the first time that my lady's ever been in the position. She's non-confrontational. She doesn't go out and do this kind of stuff. She doesn't like to argue. She doesn't like fights. So it was really hard for her. She picked up the phone and she panicked. She didn't want to just start recording because she didn't want to be alone. So she video chatted Good Citizen. She hit up my friend Austin, Good Citizen.
Good Citizen News.
Yeah, so that she could have someone there with her to help guide her through the situation and not just be recording. And so he started recording her recording. So because obviously hers is just a video call, right? And so
so she's recording, and then does Kaya put you in the cuffs then, or does he have a friend do it?
He grabs me and he does the instant, tilting the wrist up, trying to do the pain compliance thing. And I'm like, listen, man, I'm not going to resist you. You can hear me in the video. Listen, I'm not going to resist you, man. I'm not going to resist you. And then he clamps down the cuffs and they didn't double lock them. And so I'm in the back of the car for my lady says it was like 45 minutes. But it felt like maybe 30 minutes or so. And I'm screaming, hey, help, man. My arms are hurting. My arms are hurting. Will you help? My arms are hurting. You didn't double lock these. I just want you to take them off, put them at the right size, double lock them, whatever. Right. Well,
hold on a second. Let me ask the audience here something. How many times have we heard this? whoops, I forgot to double lock them. I mean, James, I've heard it myself in my lifetime. Of the 30 or 40 times I've had the torture cuffs put on me, at least half the time they put the torture cuffs on me, I heard them go, oops, whoops, sorry, Mr. DeCastro, forgot
Totally
to double
forgot.
lock these.
Yeah. And
Sorry about that, James.
the only reason I noticed is because like I'm sitting in the back of the car like this, and if for those of you that don't know, the back of those cars have a wall in them, so it's a little extra short. Imagine being in the car with Shaq, you know, and so there's no leg room. I'm 6'2", so I'm crammed into a corner with my arms like this, which is making the cuffs sense, and it just got tighter and tighter, right? So I was screaming like in pain at this point because like it was hurting. I looked at my hands; they're blue, and I was just like, "Hey, yo, I need some circulation to my fingers. They're starting to tingle, man. Like, what's the deal here?" And then yeah, finally a supervisor and another officer decide, okay, we're gonna check on his cuffs, and they pull me out of the car by my cuffs, right? Like just rip me out of the car by my cuffs. I'm screaming in excruciating pain at this point because they just started lifting them to where my arms were getting jacked up higher. And I was like, whoa, 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 stop. They're cinching tighter now. I was like, y'all are making them cinch. And they were literally making them cinch. I can't wait till I get the body cam footage to show these cops torturing me in front of my lady. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. And there was literally people at the gas station stopping and starting to record because they were afraid for me. People that don't even know me. There was a guy that's just traveling through the state. He's not even from the state. And he was like, whoa, this is wrong. And he stood next to my lady the entire time, helping her push the cops away because they were trying to push her away because she was filming them do it to me. And so it was just pure torture. And then, you know, the officers they said, oh, I can get a finger in there, so you're all good. But I could feel that he couldn't even get his finger in there. And that's another reason I can't wait to see these cameras, because you're going to see on camera he's trying to squeeze his finger into a fly butthole. There's no way he had his finger in there. You know?
Well, your wrist is an oval. It's not a circle. And those cuffs are circular, kind of oval. So they clamp down super tight on the bones here. And then as soon as they clamp down on the bones here, you get this excruciating pain because your bones are getting pushed together, and it's not supposed to go like that, and it hurts. So how's my mic now? Is my mic okay? Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me okay.
Yeah, I got bony wrists, man. You know, like I'm a skinny dude. I don't have a bunch of meat on my arms.
Right.
So yeah, it ended up being a very painful experience. I actually had to go to the hospital and get x-rays. I have all the doctor's reports from it. I had fractures in my wrists from it and still have pain from it.
Right. Man, that's horrible. So they put you in the Mr. Waldo Baldo's here. They put you in the back of the torture mobile, and you're sitting back there, and you said you're sitting back there for several minutes before he realizes accidentally that he forgot to double lock the cuffs. Okay, so we get that.
What I think the reason why they had me in the back of the car also so long is because here where I live in Houston, they have to contact the DA before they go through with the arrest, and I think they were having trouble getting the DA to take the arrest because they were probably trying to have to articulate some lies of something I didn't do, that I interfered when I never interfered. And so, you know, that's why I want to hear the report. I had a attorney tell me that the report was written, and the way it works, guys, is you have to write like, all right, this guy broke this law, and then a description of how I broke the law. And he said that I was interfering with official duties, and then in the description, by interfering with official duties. No description. And that's just poor paperwork, poor policing, poor supervisors, and the fact that they called the supervisor that has a personal grudge against me instead of the one that's supposed to be in this area, it says everything.
Oh, you mean people who audit police, the individual police within the organization of policing, they may have or form some sort of biased against you? Is that what you're telling me, that people on that police force are biased against you? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I have officers that are in the department that 100% support what I do. They give me my leads sometimes on bad officers to go film because they don't like bad officers in their department either. A good officer's worst enemy is a bad officer. And I don't know if there is any good officers, because the fact that he hasn't done his job and arrested that bad officer, instead he's telling a YouTuber about him, it just says everything. But the fact that that officer is at least giving me my lead to try to find the bad officer and expose them, I'll work with that. I'll work with that, you know? And so I try to do my best to gather this information. And yeah, I have specific details that there's at least a handful of officers in HPD and Precinct 1 that want to do harsh things to me, needless to say. And
but let's finish your kidnapping here, and let's go down the road of your kidnapping, because you're filming and then you have to kick your phone to your girl. Your girl's going through all kinds of stuff because this isn't the position she's supposed to be in. And so then they put you in the back of the car in the torture cuffs. They accidentally, whoops, we forgot to double lock them. And so you're going through torture. People are stopping to film you because you're like, hey, I'm in a lot of pain. They're taking me away. And then, so how long are you on the scene for before they drive you off to the dungeon?
Probably about 30, 45 minutes. They finally, I guess, got approval from the DA to take me to jail. And, you know, it was pitiful because Officer Kaya isn't even the one that arrested me. He didn't even have the gall to be the one to transport. He ended up getting another officer to transport because he knew that I was going to verbally rip him apart in the vehicle. He had done enough.
I see. He didn't want to hear, because, you know, you guys can go to the beginning of that. They have a verbal back and forth. I just wanted to show you the kidnapping. So he's kidnapped, taken away off the streets, and now the next cop that transports you down to the dungeon to take you to the rape cage. What's that ride like, and what is that copper saying to you in that car?
Well, one last part, I guess, before we get on the ride there, Officer Kaya didn't realize that my Apple Watch was recording while we were having conversations. And when I was handcuffed in the back of the vehicle, and he admitted during those conversations that he arrested me for my foul language, not for interfering. And so that's going to look interesting in court. Anyways.
What were the words? What did he say? He said you were arrested for foul language?
Yeah. For nasty words. He said that I'm arresting you for all those nasty words, is what he said on my audio recording, when he didn't know my Apple Watch was still recording in the back of the vehicle. And so we'll see why didn't I get charged with disorderly conduct instead? That doesn't make sense to me. If it was for my nasty words, like you said, Mr. Kaya out there, why wasn't I arrested for disorderly conduct? Why was I arrested for interfering, for trying to shake your hand? You're a coward. Anyways, on the ride there, the officer that was transporting me seemed to understand. He was like, Ninja, I know, man. Like, he wouldn't comment specifically on it. You know how they are. They'll run around the question, but he seemed to understand. But then once I get to the jail, I was forced to strip naked. And in Harris County Jail, they keep all the guys and girls together, mind you. And so,
I'm sorry. Hold on. Stop. Wait. So they pull you into the dungeon parking lot, and there's typically a big door they pull you into. I don't know what it's like. Pulled you into the gates, and then you go in there. Now they're going to strip search you. They're going to make you take off all your clothing.
Yeah, I had to get butt naked in front of everybody in the room, and men and women.
How many of the
squat down and cough while they looked at my butthole?
No way. For filming. So now we know that whole strip search process. Clearly, you're a journalist. You have as many videos as I do, and I have 800 or something like that. So clearly, James is a journalist. He runs the channel called News Now Ninja. All the coppers there in Harris County know him. Some coppers call him and feed him information about bad coppers. So everybody knows
when they see me. Yeah.
They call it James Kane. They call him Mr. Kane when they see him. So he's a known journalist, but yet when they arrest him wrongly, kidnap him, put him in the torture cuffs, drag him down to the rape cage center, and now they're going to literally sexually assault him in front of dozens of people as they make him strip off all of his clothing, turn around, squat, and cough as they're looking up his backside, because this is not about a war on drugs. This is not about making sure chemicals don't come in. This is about demoralizing James. This is about embarrassing James. This is about a way to hurt James, to bring him down so that he doesn't have the confidence and security to move forward with the proper lawsuit against these jackboot thugs for doing this to him. And so you guys are seeing it. You guys are literally seeing it. So James called me and explained to me his situation and said that he found a lawyer for a very low rate. The guy's a fighter. He'll do it for super cheap for him. Great. So I said, how much do you need? He said he needs $500 and he has the other 1,000. So it's a $1,500 bill. He only needs $500 more. And so I said, I would love to be the first person to throw the first 20 into the pot. So I have his Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. I have his links available. I'm pretty sure that DLZ Clips, who's watching this right now, DLZ Clips will drop down his Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. There's 192 people in here. We only need $500. That's only $5 each. And I'm going to put in 20 right now. So as soon as I see his Cash App up here on the screen, I'm going to drop the first $20 bill. Let's just get this man real quick. James, do me a favor. I know that you can hear me. Open up your Cash App, your Venmo, and your PayPal, and let's get a running total. Let's try to get this guy to $500 so that he can hire his attorney. We all need help. And when you're taking on the state, right there is his donate to News Now Ninja right there. There's his PayPal and there's his Cash App. So the first $20 I will put in myself. And so I'm going to donate my $20 because I'm not rich. You know, I survive by the goodwill of people buying my products in my store and sharing my videos and donating to me. So I'll be the first one to throw in for News Now Ninja, unless someone beats me to it. Unless someone's going to beat my $20 here before I get this $20 in. I don't think you're going to though, because I got mine coming in right now. Right there. There's News Now Ninja right there. Confirm. And this is thank you donation. This is a thank you donation right there. Pay right there. Who's going to match me? Because that would mean that we would get this fundraiser done really, really quick. Right there. You just sent $20 to News Now Ninja. You guys can see that right there. Who's going to match me? Who's going to be the first person? Who's going to be gotcha right there.
Jose, I got you. Someone did beat you though. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but what I'll do, just
initials.
I'll
Initials.
say first name, first initial, last initial.
Okay.
Just for those people, because I know there's some of you that might want your name said, but there's some of you that might not, and I don't want to mess up. And so, to JR. And I like that you have Ray in your name because that's my middle name. It's beautiful. I appreciate that. $10 donation. Thank you so much.
So there's 30. There's 20 from me and 10 from him. We got to get to 500.
Hold on. We got more here. I want to make sure to give everybody a proper shout out.
Tom Shaw sent in 23. Let me pop that up on the screen.
Donation that just came in.
Wow. So we're 150 already.
Flex, my brother, I think. Flex just sent 100. TS with 22. AW with a 5.
$5 is all I'm looking for. Let's fill this man coffers real quick. Let's help him. I mean, this is a legitimate case. You know, he's not getting some money to go to the down.
We just had another 20, I believe. Yeah. EB.
EB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, EB. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I
just received another 20.
That's my man. I know who that is. I know exactly who that is. Just $20 each. I can do 20. Yep. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Hey, Rex. Thank you so much for the $20 donation.
Is that P-Rex?
P-Rex.
P-Rex is he's one of our.
James F, thank you for the $20 donation.
Boom. We're
That
slowly
puts,
but surely getting there.
That's putting the Cash App at 74.
Okay, we got it. We got to get. So we have 100 there.
Right, of 150. So the PayPal's at like 150. The Cash App's at like 74. Guys, y'all are killing it. Killing it.
Thank you guys so much. So that means we're almost halfway there. We're almost halfway there. So remember what I'm into is crowdsourcing funds so that those people who have $100 that can give, hey, thank you so much. But a lot of people are just like me, where they put in $20, $25,
GB.
$5. So everybody would.
SWE Observer, thank you for the $5. GB, thank you for the, I believe that was a 20. I'm trying to keep up with it, guys. I'm trying. Y'all support is overwhelming right now. TA.
Let's get to 500.
Thank you for the $5.
Thank you I appreciate that so much, you guys.
Vicky, thank you for the $5.
Vicky, thank you so much for throwing in. God bless you. You're super, super sweet. Everybody, $5 or $10.
We gave us $12.50. Eric B gave us 20. Aaron W gave us 5. I just want to make sure that I said everybody's names here. I'm trying to just go back over, refresh here.
Greg just threw in something on PayPal. My buddy Greg. Greg's been with me since the beginning. He's been along for a long time. These are really great people in this room. We're almost to 500.
VB gave 50.
Oh wow, VB. Thank you, VB. Appreciate you so much for throwing in $50 for this gentleman. Remember, VB doesn't know James. They're not friends. They haven't hung out. They don't go to lunch together. They didn't know each other in high school or college. This is someone who's donating to another person who's a freedom fighter. And that's all I'm asking. If you guys throw in $5 or $10, we will get to this $500 so quickly. It'll happen so fast.
Guys, honestly, I reached out to Chili and I was like, hey man, what would you do in this situation? Like, cause I honestly, guys, I don't like to ask for money. I don't ask for money. I don't do any of that. I've always done all my activism for the past 3 years on my own dime, on my own cent. I don't ask for nothing. I just keep going out. I just keep getting arrested. I just keep paying the tickets. I just keep paying the court fees. I just keep doing the travels to Alabama. I don't stop ever. And I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if I got a couple extra $100. I don't care. I'm out there filming cops. And, like the only thing that keeps me on this road doing this is y'all's support sometimes in these kind of situations. When I was going through my Alabama situation, if it wasn't for the support from the viewers helping me with gas and everything else, I probably would have ended up with a warrant and arrested because I wouldn't have been able to make it there.
So you only have Cash App and PayPal. You don't have Venmo.
I don't have Venmo.
Okay, so he only has Cash App and Venmo. Let's keep rocking on this. Let's keep rocking on this. Let's get the $5 in. What I need you to do right now, I know you're watching a live. If you got to put your phone on pause real quick or get a screenshot, open up your PayPal or your Cash App. He only has PayPal and Cash App. With almost 200 people in here, it'll only take a few of us throwing in $5 or $10. I threw in the second. Someone beat me. They got the first $10 in, but I got the second 20 in. So I'm still looking for 10 people to match me for that $20. VB came in at 50. Greg threw in a little bit. Tom Shaw threw in 23. Like all these people have thrown in. Where are we at, News Now?
All right. So that's what I was going to get to here. JR with the $15. Thank you so much. That was just donated. Bradley H. Thank you so much for the $1.61. Yo, I was talking to Austin about this. Imagine if, we went through these situations and each of our viewers was able to donate just 10 cents. Like the amount that would add up to just bring us to the next neighboring city. And boom, y'all want to see another one? 10 cents, baby. And like, it's not like it's like that, but this stuff, it's not easy. It's not easy out here, guys. These cops they attack us everywhere we go. Let me get back to it. Bradley H for the 161. I think I already did the TA with the $5. GB with the $12.80. Thank you so much. Eric B with the 20. And let's get back over here. We are at so we're at
Can't see
181.72 on the cash on the PayPal. And
181 there. We're trying to get to 500. It's a pretty low amount. We're just trying to get to 500.
Cash App, we're 129.
So we're at 300. We have 200 to go. We have 200 to go.
Right there.
So that's
right there.
That means
lawyer will be paid as soon as I get off of here. I will audio record the phone call with the lawyer and post it to my channel so everybody knows where this $500 goes.
we believe. Yeah, it's James Kane. We believe you, James. Someone just asked if that was your full name for your Cash App or for your PayPal. Yes, his name is James Kane.
Yeah, my Cash App is money symbol News Now Ninja.
Okay, so real quick, just to recap, this is a fundraiser for News Now Ninja. He was out in Harris County, Houston. He was recording police being the freedom fighter that he is. A cop got his feelings hurt. He got all butt hurt, got in his own feelings, and then he arrested James, kidnapped him from the streets, put him in the torture cuffs, took him down to the rape cage. And by the way, what did it cost you to get out of jail? Were you released on your own recognizance, or did you have to pay to get out of jail?
No, they actually ended up giving me a PR bond, so I was released on my own recognizance. But they gave me terms. I was the only person that stood in front of the judge and asked for my bond conditions to be revoked because my only bond condition is that I can't get arrested. And sometimes my job requires that. And I think it's unfair to stop me from doing what my job requires me doing. It's like, imagine if a judge put a bond condition on a McDonald's worker saying, hey, you can't make burgers or fries. You know,
Right,
it's
exactly
like, well,
correct.
you're stopping me from working. Angel G, $5 just now. And then I just received another through PayPal. Just got a notification. Jim B, thank you so much. And Robert B, thank you for that. Let me get sorry, it's flying right now again, guys. Let me get over here.
Jimmy just threw in. Jimmy just threw in.
And we got a HJ Jadav, $10. Thank you so much for the love and support, yo. I never met you, Jadav, but I really appreciate you and thank you for helping me fight the fight, yo. Jim Barrett with $48.50. Thank you so much for that love and support. Flex, are you coming through again? Flex just dropped another $50, I think. Hold on.
We're up around 400. We got about 100 to go.
We're almost there, I think. Hold on. Flex your freedom.
The goosebumps are coming.
69 cents. Thank you so much for that, Flex. H Javad, $10. Thank you so much. Jim Barrett with the $48.50. Thank you so much. Jerry R with the $15. Thank you so much. Hold on one second. We are at $290 PayPal, and then we're at 134 Cash App.
Okay, so 300 and $420. So we're $80 short. We're $80 short.
Right there,
guys. We're so close, guys.
I'll be calling them right now and being like, "You ready to get paid so we can fight this tyranny?" And y'all guys are going to be the only reason.
You can call them live.
The only reason.
Rick J just threw in $10 more. Thank you, Rick J. I appreciate that. We need 80
over here. She's like, it wasn't just even about my torture. It's that like there's a non-confrontational person, my lady over here. She doesn't like arguments. She doesn't like fights. She can't barely make it through half my videos because she doesn't like fighting. And they were torturing her, pushing her back, pushing her around because she was holding the camera to film them for me. And they were treating an innocent lady, a lady that doesn't do nothing wrong to nobody, man. She ain't never had a charge except for maybe once in college, you know, and it was for being at a party. But anyways, Andy E with the $20, I believe is what that just was. Let me double check mine.
Getting super close. We're getting super close. We're almost there. We're going to hit
E with the $20 donation. Thank you so much. I believe we're like $60 off at this point from paying for this lawyer.
We're super close.
310 PayPal.
Okay.
And then Cash App is still 134.
Okay, so we're right there at 450.
440.
444. 444. We're $60 short. We're just about $60 short. So who's the next?
Dude, Chili, thank you so much for helping me accomplish this, and everybody that's here watching this video, thank you for being here and helping us accomplish this. There's moments when we come together and it's just, okay, hold on. I just received a couple notifications. Let me look. I don't want to leave nobody hanging here.
So if you guys are just tuning in, one second. Oops, sorry about that. What were you saying? 1 second, news now. Let me just make it. Let me give a recap real fast. If you guys are just tuning in right now, this is a fundraiser for my friend James Kane, also known as News Now Ninja. He was wrongfully kidnapped, arrested, put in the rape cage. Thankfully, he was released on his own recognizance, a personal bond. However, he now is facing a charge of interfering with the police. He scoured the internet. He found an attorney there who actually is a real freedom fighter. And he said, listen, I'll do this for you for dirt cheap, absolutely cheap, because the attorney he found actually watches First Amendment audits, believe it or not. The attorney that James found actually watches First Amendment audits. He told him on the phone, and he said, listen, I would love to take your case, but I got to eat. So he charged him such a low amount, $1,500. James had $1,000. He needed $500 more. He called me and said, Chili, I'm $500 short. And I said, I'd be happy to do a fundraiser for you and put the first $20 in. Somebody beat me to the first money in as soon as I announced his Cash App and his PayPal. So his Cash App and his PayPal here, we are now $60 short to the $500 goal that we set. And after that $60 is filled, this fundraiser is over. So if you watch this later, if you want to donate, you can, but we hit our goal. So we're $60 short right now. Let's get the $60 in. And I'll tell you, if we don't get it, I'm going to put it in myself, because I'm going to hit this goal today. And you guys are going to help me hit this goal. And you're going to hit this goal today. And James is going to hit his goal, because we're going to get him to the $500 he needs. He's putting in $1,000 of his own money. It's not like out here eBaying and not putting in his own. He's never asked for money, and he's been a freedom fighter for a very long time. So how are we doing, James?
Okay, so we had, after Vicky B with the 50, we had Angel G with the 5, Robert B with the I guess Robert B K, I'd like to just call you King, with the 5, Garrett V Net, much love, with the 20, and then
wow, Garrett, thank you.
VB with the 14. So that puts the Cash App at 168.
So we'll call it 170.
170. And then let's look at this one. Oh, P Rex with another 10. 10 for the win is what he says. Much love.
Do we have 330 on that other one? We made it. Boom. 500. We just made it.
$500.
Call your lawyer,
guys. Just like that. Y'all did it.
Call your lawyer. Tell him right now. Tell him you got the money.
Saved my life. Y'all just saved me from having to borrow or like do something stupid, you know, put myself
a lot of pressure on your family
from the wrong people. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate you, Chili. I really appreciate you, man. I'm calling the lawyer right now, man.
It's not me, dude. These wonderful people in this room, Jonathan Mitchell Music, V Boyer, Katie, Mikey, Greg, all my folks, Press with Rancor right here. This gentleman right here, he's this guy's not rich, and I know that he can.
Rancor, my brother in the chat. Yes.
He actually
yes.
He put money into your fund just now. He's one of those names you read. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who it is.
I'm sorry
but
if I said
later.
too much of your name. If I said too little of your name for everybody out there, I was just trying to be polite, you know.
It's all right. It's Butch the Original. Butch the Original is in here. Good to see you, Butch. How's it going over there, buddy? Nice to see everybody. So we made it. We made it. It's like absolutely incredible. You know, all of you people out there watching, you know, we raised James Kane $500 in about 10 minutes. All of you wonderful people. You know, you heard their story, and then everybody dug into their own wallets and put money into this guy's fund so that he can have an attorney. You know, do you want to call the lawyer with us on the phone, or do you want to call him after we get off? Rights On is in the room, everybody. Rights On has got a great channel.
Let me put everybody on mute real quick and see if he's going to answer, and kind of let him
Go ahead.
know what's kind of going
Go ahead.
on before I blast him out on the internet. Give me a
Okay,
second.
go ahead. Okay, let me know when you're ready to come back up, News Now Ninja. You know, and then later today, I would say probably it's going to be 9 a.m. here, Pacific Standard Time. So I would say probably 10 a.m. DLZ clips, you know, we're going to do an update on Laney. I have some more information on Justice for Laney today that I'm going to share. This is pretty hard to watch. So you're going to see some stuff that's super cringe, that's super duper cringe with Justice for Laney. So, you know, this moment right now, though, I just want to be so grateful to all of you people who allow me to be a part of helping other people through your generosity. You know, it's really you folks who do this. I'm just the conduit. I'm just the empath who allows other empaths to be able to give to other people. Because this room that we run here on Delete Lawz is full of people who are empaths, who are full of love, and they want to give and they want to help, and they're freedom fighters. A lot of these people who are in this room right now, and I'm not going to say names, I talked to them on the phone, I talked to them on text message. You know, I got a friend, AH. I mean, this guy's a freedom fighter. You have no idea. He just doesn't publish his videos, but he's putting videos, he's recording cops and doing the same thing that I do. He just never publishes any videos, and he's in this room all the time. It's the most inspiring thing ever, ever, ever to be a part of this, you know, with Rights On and V Boyer and Mikey and SWE Observer, you know, all of you guys who come in, and Henry, you know, all the folks who are in this room, Jimmy coming in, dropping $50, you know, into James's pocket so that he can pay, you know, Bradley was coming in here, and Jamie, and I mean, all of you folks who come into this room, let me know, give me a wave if you're ready to go, James, and I'll bring you back on. Okay, okay, James, there you are.
Okay, so I called him. He said he's in court, so I'll have to make a video here in a moment. He texted me. I called him. He messaged me back, said, I'll call you back. I'm in court. So I'll have to make a video whenever he calls me back. But I promise everybody,
You know,
everybody that's here, I'll send it to Delete as well so that he can do a video about it, maybe put together a little clip of this fundraiser with the phone call that it was accomplished to show where everything is going. But I wanted to throw this out here. Guys, this fundraiser is concluded, and Mr. RN just sent another $100.
Really?
And that's greatly appreciated that you threw the cherry on the top there, man. I mean, you know that it's not over with the 500. It's going to come down to the court fees and everything else. But that's all I needed just to get this lawyer secured was $1,500, and I just couldn't get the last 5 after Christmas with kids and shit, you know. So you're really a blessing. I really thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the person who just threw in that extra $100 for this gentleman. You know, I was talking to one of the people in this room here the other day, and we were reading a comment, and the comment I pinned at the top of one of my videos, and the comment said that, you know, it's always a fight against money. We're fighting money. And so what this group of people does is comes together and gives James the tools, a little bit of financing so he can fight back too. Go ahead, James.
No, I'm speechless. Honestly, dude. I didn't even think I was going to be able to accomplish this today. I was honestly just going to go into court, represent myself, no pro se, and possibly lose. The first lawyer, keep in mind, guys, the first lawyer that looked at my case, and a lot of lawyers, they don't like representing cases like this because of what we're doing, because we're fighting freedom. And most of these lawyers and prosecutors and DAs and judges, they're all rubbing shoulders. They're all friends. They're all inviting each other to barbecues. They're all family friends and stuff, you know? And so it's like, you know, the first lawyer I spoke with was like $9,000, no questions, no payments. I need $9,000 cash before I'm going to represent you. And I was like, $9,000 for a bull ass charge? What are you talking about? You know? And then, I called another lawyer that's he's kind of one of my friends. I mean, not really a friend, but more of a acquaintance. We've met in the past, you know, blah, blah, blah. I know his wife, goes to the same bar kind of deal. And he was like $5,000, $2,500 down. And I was like, I already got the information, the reports that this is going to be dismissed. It should be dismissed unless the judge is corrupt, which that's very possible. But I don't think so in this situation. The judge, I haven't heard any bad things about her yet. But yeah, when all hope had almost failed me, I was like, man, there's no lawyer that's going to want to represent a freedom fighter in Houston, I guess. This is kind of messed up. Even the one guy that I thought was going to represent me was telling me $5K, $2,500 down. And then, like, the clouds separated, and Good Citizen was like, dude, I got this other lawyer, and I think he's got this one. And I was like, okay, you know. And so, like, we worked so long to scour through everything to find the proper guy. And like Chili said, this lawyer we found, he is a subscriber of our channels. And he was a subscriber of our channels before we reached out to him. It's not like he became a subscriber after. He's a First Amendment activist watcher. And so it became a blessing. And he was like, if you can get $1,500, then I'll do it. And I was like, that is way more reachable of a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, News. I'm going to let you go. Anything else you want to say in the final? We reached our goal, everybody. We reached our goal. We reached the $500 goal for James Cain to get him the money he needed to. He put up the 1,000, so he put up the bulk of his own money, and now we put in another 500 to help James get over. And someone even put a little cherry on top. Thank you for doing that. Anything else you want to say, James? And I'll let you go.
Yeah, there's only one last thing. Ninja, my lady, would like to say thank all of you on her behalf. She's behind me behind the corner. She's not ready. She's not wanting to get on video this early, but she wanted me to tell each and every single one of you thank you on our behalf. You know, we've been I'm sure all of us have been going through it the past couple years. It's been not an easy couple years, and we all got our own struggles, and we have our own things behind the curtains that we don't always talk about, you know. So the blessings that y'all have bestowed upon me today are greater than you could imagine. And my lady wanted to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Chili for being here for me, man. Whenever he heard about the issue I was going through, and he helped bring this together, put it together. We spent days trying to make sure that this was put together well. And so, you know, I know it just looks like a live stream to y'all, but there's days that go into preparations and everything else to try to make sure that we do everything correct and proper and respectful. So I thank each and every single one of you guys for always having our backs on this journey of freedom. And you know that we're only out here to do it for you. Chili, thank you. And from my lady, thank you, world. And that's it.
Okay, then we will hit you up in a week or two, and we'll see where you are, and we'll do a follow up. And thanks, James. I appreciate it.
23rd, I will be coming out of court live, and I'll be giving you an update. We can do one of those. We can do dual lives now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can do one of those dual lives when I get out of court to talk about what happened, if you'd like, on the 23rd.
23rd February?
This month.
Or January?
2 days.
Oh, 3 days. Holy smokes. Your court date is in just 2 days, like Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, literally this just happened just in the nick of time to save me.
Monday. Your court date's Monday.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We were talking. He said he needed $100 more to finish paying the lawyer, and his court date was Monday. And I said, let's do it Saturday. And we talked on Wednesday or Thursday. And we said, let's do this Saturday.
You just have to hope to get it through. Yeah, he's the lawyer said that he was just at the courthouse. He's not doing court work or nothing. He's just at the courthouse. I guess they're doing some lawyer stuff. So I have no idea what lawyers do on a Saturday.
It doesn't matter, James. All right, man. Listen, I'll let you go. Thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you on Monday after your court case, okay?
All right, later on, guys. Y'all be blessed.
Okay. Love you, buddy. Later. So that was News Now Ninja, everybody. Someone can drop the link for his channel. All of you wonderful people just lifted this man up into the air a little bit higher than he was when we started an hour ago. 1 hour ago, this man was in need, and now he's not. And that's because of you. That's because of V. Boyer, because of Mikey, because of Greg, because of Andrew, because of Jimmy, because of Jonathan Mitchell Music, because of Delete Lawz Clips, because of Mikey, because of Rick, because of Rights On, because of P. Rex, because of V. Boyer, because of V. Boyer, because of SWE, Butch the Original, all of you folks who come in, even if you didn't donate on this particular, you did on some of the ones previously. Butch the Original, I remember, was throwing in on the last one. Greg B always throws in. Bruce always throwing in a couple bucks. Random countries are doing Press with Ranker. Press with Ranker hasn't posted a video in weeks because he's not allowed to film cops anymore. Press with Ranker, who is a full-time student, he put in a few bucks today for another man who's facing this dungeon system. So you guys did this. You guys made this possible. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. A couple super chats came in. Thank you so much for supporting me and my efforts. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. You know, as long as we can continue to be a conduit for good, then I will continue to do this channel. I will not stop. There is no stopping. There's no going back. You know, and then the good news is Constitutional Law Scholar, the next version of education that I'm going to be teaching is about to happen. Like, it's imminent. Within days, we're going to be getting Constitutional Law Scholar. I have a doctor's appointment this week in with my doctor, and that's Monday, Tuesday. And then after that, we begin Constitutional Law Scholar probably by the middle of the week, Wednesday or Thursday. So if you want to learn how your rights were established and the entire process of the Continental Congress, you know, quoting John Locke's Natural Law, quoting his book, Two Treatises of Government, quoting his book, Essays in Understanding Humanity from 1689 and 1690. You know, they're quoting books that are almost 100 years old because our entire country is based on natural law. It's based on the nature of man. We are based on a social contract, and a lot of people don't know it. So I'm going to be teaching it, and there are people in this room here who have helped me so much, and I just want to say thank you to you. You know who you are, and I just want to say, because I'm on my own mission as well. Besides James getting arrested and us having to raise funds for him, I'm on a mission to try to get a bigger audience of people through education, through the power of assembly, petitioning, lawsuits, and press. That's I'm on a bigger mission here. And there are people in this room now who have helped me to get to where I'm at now, about to open this new Constitutional Law Scholar studio, that have helped me do it. I can't do what I'm doing. I'm not privileged enough. I have to have people who are along the journey with me. And so to those people, you know who you are. I want to say thank you. You're watching right now, and I love you, and thank you for sticking with me as I go down this really difficult path. So I do appreciate it. Eric, love you, buddy. We've got Eric Trulio in here. Good to see you. Vincent, good to see you guys. All right. I'm going to be back in 1 hour. It's 9 a.m. here, Pacific Standard Time. I'll be back at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's in 1 hour, and we'll be going over some Justice for Laney information. I'm going to call Opal and see if she can jump on a phone call. If she can, great. If not, we're never going to let Laney's name diminish into nothing. We're going to continue to fight for justice for Laney until that copper is arrested for manslaughter at the very minimum and put on trial. And Hannah's got to come forward and tell us about how much they were drinking, how fast that car was going. We have a lot to do. Cope Doggy's in the hizzy. Cope Doggy. Cope Doggy Dog is in the house. Cope Doggy Dog. Woo, woo, woo. Jeff hates pigs. I didn't see Jeff pigs. Mikey's in the hizzy. What is going on, man? I'm so grateful. Rick, always good to see you. Ricky, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Blop, 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 blop. Bobby Kennedy's here. What's going on, Bobby? I love your comments, man. Thank you so much. Bobby Kennedy's leaving some great comments on the videos. So do me a favor. Make sure you share this video. We already hit our fundraiser goal, so I'll leave it up as a success milestone that we hit today. But make sure you share that video from yesterday from Pennsylvania versus Mims. Boy, all of the internet is talking. They're talking about Pennsylvania versus Mims. Do you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety? Well, if I have my camera rolling and I can show that I'm not armed and presently dangerous, well then why in the world do I need to, how come, well, if my camera is rolling and the copper's here and he says, get out of the car in the name of officer safety, and I can show with my camera filming that I don't have a weapon. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt here. You know, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I don't have a weapon, and there's no present danger to you. So you're ordering me out of the car so you can accost me and hurt me and put me in torture cuffs, so I'm not getting out of the car. All these YouTube lawyers are all talking. Did you hear what Delete Lawz said? He said you don't got to get out of the car when the copper tells you to get out the car. I can also, by the way, do the Z. Okay, I got the. Okay. Forgive me, I'm so sorry. Forgive me, I'm so sorry. Mr. Waldo Baldo's back in the room. Good to see you. You have rights, cops have duties is here again. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. P-Rex loves the new icon. What is that, a little gerbil? Bobby Kennedy is here. V. Boyer, always. Yes, 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 yes. I was trying to get this one right here. Love this, Bobby Kennedy. And we've been on exactly for 1 hour and 16 seconds. So this is a perfect time to get the flock out of here. I'll be back in 1 hour. Never before seen footage for Justice for Laney today. You guys are going to see some things today that are going to make you very uncomfortable. They made me uncomfortable when I saw them. So I'm going to share that with you guys in just 1 hour. I'll be back in 1 hour. All right. I'm going to get a power walk in, take my dog so he can go for a walk, and press with Ranker. It was always good to see you guys. Anybody I did not mention, just let me know. Shoot me an email. Contact me or Delete Lawz Clips. DLZ Clips over there on Delete Lawz Clips is killing it. The TikTok page is just flying. It's crazy. I blew up on TikTok before, but now I got DLZ Clips cutting that stuff into pieces and popping that on TikTok Rick Rock, and then going on our YouTube. Did you know? I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for having me. And as usual, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. We don't stop. We don't stop.